What you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
Hey, I'm Amy Chang. I'm a nationally board certified health and wellness coach, and this is Healthy AF. In this podcast, I'll be bringing you all things health, from the newest health strategies to how to tackle those personal roadblocks that just will not let you move forward. So buckle in. We're going to be inspired and instructed, and dadgum, we're going to have a little fun on Healthy AF. Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Healthy AF. I can't tell you how excited I am that I get to talk to people and hopefully make a difference for them in their lives, even if it's just with my own crazy vulnerability and what's going on in my life. So thank you for listening. There are a few of you I know who listen in a very dedicated way, and I really appreciate you. You keep me going. So we'll start off with a little gratitude today. Today's episode actually is going to be dedicated to having something to look forward to. I know that many times when we begin our healthcare changes, our new behaviors, any kind of behavioral patterns we want to shift to, or those unscheduled learning opportunities that land in our lap that have us fearful, have us in the grind, maybe like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this. This is a poop stink. It's very helpful to have the other end of the tunnel, the little light at the end of the tunnel. I think sometimes we have a light at the end of the tunnel and it's already in place. But today I want to talk about how we manufacture lights at the end of the tunnel when we're going through that challenging time, be it a new lifestyle change, a new exercise regime, a new daily schedule, or be it something bigger like an unwanted medical diagnosis. You know, when loved ones or we get diagnosed with cancer, it's just not a short-term fix. It's not a, well, you know, I can do this for a day or 2 minutes. It's more of a like 90-minute soccer game or marathon. So when we look at doing things like that, the lights at the end of the tunnel are much farther away than I'm just going to try to eat this way for a week, pat myself on the back, shed a few pounds of water weight. So recently I had an opportunity to commit to some family challenging times that we've had, and it required me to be across the state in Hickory. Where I am in Wilmington is about 5 hours. It's 4.5 really, but you know I've got to stop and pee, okay? So let's just call it 5 hours. And so in about 10 days, I will have gone back and forth to Hickory 3 times. So if you do the math, that's about 60, I think. Is that wrong? 5 and 5 and 30 hours of driving, 30 hours of driving in 10 days. And that's days that I miss my productivity. That's days that I miss my community. I miss my workouts. I miss good food and nutrition. We know how we eat when we're in the car. I know how I eat when I'm in the car. Bojangles doesn't feel so bad when you're eating it once a month. You're eating it 3 times in 10 days. Don't feel so good anymore. And so I knew that I was committed to having this kind of week. I knew that I was doing the right thing to be in alignment with what I was really committed to for being there for my family. And so I signed up joyfully, right? And I knew that it was going to be tough. I knew I didn't want to be angry. I knew I didn't want to be emotionally exhausted. I did not want to fall into patterns of being a victim or a martyr. Think about a time where you've done something and you've started off like, I'm really willing to do this. And this can be anything small to big. It can be like, I'm really willing to have a salad for lunch every day. And then by Wednesday, you're kind of pissed off. You're kind of resentful. Why does everybody else get to have a cheeseburger? I got to have a salad. 10 years ago, I didn't have to have a salad. Now I'm having to have salads, right? It can be anything like that, from a very small thing to a very large thing. Like, yeah, I said I'd take care of this person, but 6 months in feels pretty bad, and I don't want to do that. So I was very well aware of the opportunity that I had to step up and live into my commitments. And I was also very well aware of the risk of falling into anger, martyrdom, victimhood, resentment, emotional depletion, looking for numbing with food and BritBox. Y'all know I love to numb on some BritBox. All the things that sort of shrink my life that I'm frankly not willing to do anymore. So I had to make some choices, and I had to look, and I very wisely manufactured some things I could look forward to. So oftentimes when I work with my clients, in the midst of our 6 months together, they'll have certain things that they are looking forward to that they may use kind of as a reward. I've had clients that say, well, when I lose this 10 pounds, I'm going to go get a massage. And I know that's going to be very motivating for me. Okay, great. Or when I, meet this whatever goal, I'm going to buy myself a pair of new boots. Great. When you choose your manufactured goals, your manufactured sort of rewards, let's call them rewards, something to look forward to. When you choose those, the choosing is important. So for me, before I started crazy town of back and forth, trying to support across the state, I made a list of things that I knew I would let go of, not do, miss. And they were things like, I know I can work out in Hickory, but I don't have anybody to work out with anymore, and I'm really going to miss my gym community. They were things like, I know that I probably could do something to help me eat better, but really, like, I just need some good food dropped off to my house. Who can I get to support me in that way? I know that one thing that falls off track really fast for me is my friend time. I lose my friend time like that. My weekly breakfast with a friend gets thrown in the trash. My walks or bike rides with friends gets just like, as soon as I get busy, that's one of the first things to go. And so I made a list of all the things that were kind of the first ones to go that were also exceedingly nourishing for me. Very nourishing for me to have a conversation with a friend. Very nourishing to have that solitary time on the beach with just me and my journal. So I made the list of like, okay, Amy, if you're committed to walking through this tunnel, A, you're going to need some light on the other end. And B, that little light is what you're going to use to support you being in the tunnel with joy and with presence and with compassion for yourself and others and all the good things. Okay? There's no reason to walk through this tunnel pissed off. That's not the way we're going to live anymore. So I chose a few of these things. I actually made a list in my journal that day. And then I wrote out beside it how I was going to accomplish those things. I ended up calling a friend and asking her if she'd make me dinner on Wednesday night. And I already had a big event coming up tonight that I've been very excited about with some of my friends. A gym mate, classmate of mine, is having a birthday, and we're all scheduled to go to the Spice Girls tribute band. I'm really excited. As I told my friend, there are not many things that I will go out on a school night past 7:00 into a bar, but I will do it for her birthday and for the Spice Girls tribute. So I'm very excited about that. There were also some things I had to put in place to get me ready. While I was driving back and forth across the state, I needed to buy my Spice Girls ticket, and I needed to get some help on fashion. So I called my daughters, and within like 7 minutes, they had me a cheetah halter top ordered on Amazon and had a full discussion over what type of pants I should wear and what type of heels I should wear and what they were going to do with my hair. So then I really felt so connected and supported and excited about these things. And it just had me think about how many clients I have who use a reward system on their journey when they're going through those tunnels of like, wow, this is hard and feels challenging. What is there on the other side of this that can nourish me? I talk to my clients a lot about, hey, girl or dude, okay? I do have some clients who are dudes. I love my dudes. You got this much energy bandwidth, okay? And when you start changing your behaviors, changing your behavioral patterns, you're using like 90% of your energy bandwidth to like ask your brain to do something totally different. So remember, you're going to have to really nourish yourself so that bandwidth is supported. Sometimes we think we can just walk through hard times and deplete, numb, and the results are okay. And I guess they are if your goal is survival. But I don't want to survive anymore. I want to thrive. I want to be in joy and in presence. I want to be empowered. I want to realize that I'm doing what I'm doing out of my commitment, not out of I have to, or I should, or someone else expects me to. So the responsibility is mine to also be aware of and ask for support in making some rewards for me that are sustaining as I'm walking through the tunnel. I don't know what it is in your life that you give up the minute something hard happens, that actually you need to get you through the tunnel in the way that you want to get through the tunnel. But here's your reminder. Manufacture bright spots to look forward to. Give yourself those rewards. Create a little hope. Just a little hope, like little droplets as you're going through that tunnel. Whether it's something, we'll say simple, not easy, like adjusting your diet, or whether it's really hard, like that really icky diagnosis that no one wants to get. Remember to love yourselves and give yourself some grace. And I will see you next time on Healthy AF. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Healthy AF podcast. I hope that it has helped you create a new possibility for your health and sets you into action to go get it. If you want more information or if you want to connect with me, visit my website at myhealthylife.coach. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that each new Healthy AF episode will be sent directly to you. Let's take you from where you are to where you want to go.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.